started on the shower base today, but unfortunately I've run out of tile cement and I only have 3 tiles to put in. So it's always the way. And what's really ironic is that what I would have scraped out of the tub at the end of the day over the course of all the tiling would have been enough to have done that. But that's the way it goes. So down the hardware tomorrow, have another bag of tile cement, come home, lay the 3, and that's it. And then wait a day and grout it. And yeah, no more tiling to do in here. I've got my bestie coming over. What's today? Sunday. So a week from tomorrow. So on a Monday week, he's coming over. And he's going to wire all this. Wire all this in for me. And switch coming out of here. I've got to run that 3rd wire, obviously, before he gets here. Otherwise, he won't be too happy. So, PowerPoints, they're my responsibility. So I'll do them when the vanity goes in, and I'll do that one at the same time. That's about it, guys. For today, haven't done much else. I did clean up the shower screen today, as I said I would in the last vid. So I have scraped all the silicone off the bottom. It was fun. I had to try and lay this thing down on the carpet here and then prop the end up, and then what I had to do is stand it up again and completely do a 360 on it and then do the same thing and lay it down, but I had to keep it close to the wall because as it comes over it wants to hit the corner of the TV. So we just had enough room. It's come up pretty good. So I don't think I'm going to get it any better than it is, so we'll leave it at that before I break something. Yeah, so that'll be due to go in next week, or this week, because it's Sunday, so it started the week tomorrow. And yeah, we're getting very close. Okay, it's the following day. I finished the tiling. I finally finished it. I've got my supervisor down there inspecting the work. He seems to think it's okay. So that's all in now. And we'll be grouting tomorrow. I also replaced this tile here at the back door. I had a crack through it. When I took the tile up, I realised why that crack occurred. There was a hollow, bit of a hollow underneath the tile, and I think, yeah, I just think with walking on it or, you know, movement, it cracked it. So, yeah, that's good. That's all ready to grout. So when I do the grouting in the other bathroom, I'll do this one too. Okay, it's another day working on this bathroom. We're getting close. We're getting close now. So as you can see, the shower base is all finished now. I've got the vanity in, toilet's all bolted in. But the one thing I found with that is I will need to unscrew the cistern because it just sounds a little bit, I don't know, porcelain up against the tiles. So I'm not really happy with it. So I think I'm just going to put a strip of mirror tape in behind there just to sort of just space it out just a fraction. But besides that, that's good. That's all in nice. One of the issues that I came across was these brass outlets. Because my original intention was to not tile here and push the vanity back into the wall cavity like I did in the other room, I bought the standard outlets, but by the time you add 6mm of cement sheet, and then you add 10mm of tile, and then you add the 20mm of board here, you've chewed up 36mm of your thread. And what's happening is the fronts of these caps are sitting level with the face of this. So what I've had to do is go out this morning and pick up 4 of these extenders to go on, and that'll give me what I need. So yeah, it was alright. It's $18, and the guy threw in 2 rolls of Teflon tape, so you can't go wrong with that. I'm sort of still working on the inside of this. As you know, I patched a lot of holes up in there that were drilled in there from when it was installed in another house. And the holes I drilled out, I basically used those slugs to plug all the other holes. But obviously you could see them because you got to use that center guide, drill guide, or drill bit guide to drill them. So you always end up with a hole in the middle, and then you've obviously got the width of the blade. You know, that'll once it starts cutting in, you end up taking all the laminate off. So you got to sort of patch it. You either got to fill it with gap filler, or you got to fill it with plaster. So anyway, when I brought this in and I set it up against the wall, 5 out of the 6 holes were spot on. The one I had the issue with was the drain pipe on this side. I needed to cut it only a quarter of that hole higher. So that's what I did. I got the hole saw in here and I cut into it, and then I took that piece that I cut out of the top and I filled the bottom. So I've put some plaster over it. It's still drying. But until I started messing everything up this morning and making it all look dirty, and it looked great. Now I've only put like 1 coat of paint on there to seal it up. I can still see in areas where those slugs have been put in. But once it's sealed up properly, you won't be able to tell. It's going to look really good. I didn't expect it to come up like that, because my intention was to actually line the back of that with either a piece of white plastic, or I got a sheet of MDF, white MDF. That's not great around water. It tends to bubble if it gets wet. But I had that as a to use, because I did buy it for something and then I never ended up using it, so I've got that. But I think just the paint will be fine. I think the paint will be fine. So the jobs today are, I've just moved this out from the wall. I should have started the video before I moved it so I'd show you. But I'm sure that once it's all together, I'll take some more video. So what I've done is, from this side of the cabinet, I've made a start on the 6 holes that I need to drill into here to bolt the cabinet to the wall. So we're going to get that done. I'm going to get those extensions put on, and to make things easier, what I'll do is once the extension's on, I'll Teflon tape the thread on that before I push it through the cabinet. It'll just make it easier. I won't have to struggle and, you know, inside the cabinet. The electrical cable lines up nice with the cutout in the cabinet for the power point. The only thing I'm regretting, sort of, now this is the towel rail that I bought, and it fits nice there between the power point and the toilet. But what I wish I had done is actually put the power point on this tile, not on this tile. I would have liked to have centered this towel rack. I can't cover it because the hole's too big, but I would have liked to have centered it just to make it look nice and sort of get this right hand side a little further away from the toilet, that's all. But you know, it's done now. I'm not going to take the tile out. So yeah, all good. What else did I do? Okay, this shower screen, I probably mentioned in the last video that I cleaned it up, or there might be something in this video which is just something I filmed the other day that I'll throw in there, into this vid to cover it all. But on one end I had, on this top rail, I had a slight extension, and the shower screen wasn't going to go in with that extension, so I cut them off top and bottom, and the shower screen fits perfectly now with the trims on, so yeah, it goes in there really, really nice. So yeah. Oh, the other thing I'll get done today is I'll get all my new sink plugs put in, so I'll get all those tightened up and get all those plumbed in into the wall. Got to cut down the tubes. This shorter tube here was from the other bathroom. I actually cut it too short for that bathroom, but for some reason it's long enough for this bathroom, so I don't know. It must be where the PVC pipe is located in the wall, but it gives me enough. So rather than go cut the other long one down, which I'll keep as a spare, I'll just cut this one down to suit. It's only got to have, that's got to have like 20 mil taken off it. The other one's full length, so that's got to have quite a bit taken off it. Yeah, so all good. I ended up getting my little pressure switches for the vanity cabinet doors. So these will obviously, when these are depressed, the light will turn off, and then when you open the door and they come out, the light will turn on. So I got two of those. They were $15 each, which, you know, what do you do? What do you do? You sort of need them, so I bought them. So I've got everything there now to install the LEDs in the vanity. That's all the other hardware down there that I'll be using today. So I've got the big washers to go behind these coach bolts. You might say, yeah, that's a bit of overkill, but it's a heavy vanity. So I did check online. I did a search online in regards to wall hanging vanities and the size bolts you should use, and this is what they came up with. This is an 8mm, and they say that, yeah, this is what you should use. So, and they had a certain size washer that you needed to use as well, so I got the correct washer or washers for that. What else? We got our backing plates there for behind our taps, and I've got two of these. These are actually for the drain pipes off the sink, so they'll push up against the wall. So yeah, I'll do a bit of work, guys, and we'll jump back into the video a bit later on. Okay, we're pretty much late afternoon. It's about 5 o'clock. I managed to get most of the plumbing done. Got the cabinet mounted. So Yeah, I have to, obviously I've got to paint the bolts so you don't notice them because they are galvanised. So um, yeah, I've got to I've got to bring some paint in for those. But everything else is pretty much come up alright. I did run into an issue with these chrome backing plates because I put the adapters or the extensions onto the threaded outlet. The adapter diameter didn't fit the holes in these plates, so I had to actually drill those out. I think it was 3 sizes bigger to get them to, you can see it really well there, I think, if it's not too dark. That now passes through the ring. I will have to put some silicone on the back of it to hold the ring to the cabinet, because obviously the tap doesn't screw up against that to hold it tight. But everything's looking okay. I had to do a little shorten up here, the tube that goes inside that. I just had to take 10 mil off it. I just wanted to have a bit of an angle on that pipe running into the connection so that it's flowing downhill. We've got good flow. This side's in. The only issues I ran into were, and I knew this was going to happen, it'll be a hot on this side, it'll be a cold on this side, but these ones just don't quite reach. So I've got to pull the undo the mixer tap, pull that up, unscrew these, and pick up the next size up from this. So yeah, I knew that was going to be an issue, so it's really not an issue. Got the 2 mixer taps, well, not mixer taps, but stop taps on there. One for the cistern, and the other one's for the bidet. So to be honest, I don't know what sort of connection's on the bidet, whether it's a straight connection or an elbow, but whatever it is, I can rotate that tap to suit whatever my hose connection is. So yeah, this one just fitted. I could get one that looks a little less stretched, maybe the next size up, but then again I don't want it hanging down, so yes, you don't really notice it from here, but we'll see. PowerPoint's not connected yet, as you can see, it's still up there. I will do that tomorrow, and connect that one as well, and I will do the lighting as well. I've got these rings here. These rings go around these pipes, obviously, but I need to silicone in around the pipes first, and then put that over the top, and that will clean all that up. That'll look nice then. So yeah, we're getting there. Got a slight crack here. I never noticed this when I bought it, but I'm thinking I might be able to get or hide this. I've heard people do repairs on vanity units using super glue and baking soda. You just got to try and scrub the crack out as good as you can, get any dirt out of it, and then yeah, supposedly you use super glue and baking powder. So I'm going to have a look on YouTube and see if there's anything on there that shows how to repair it, and I might give it a go. It's not really noticeable. I've just stuck my dirty fingers in there, so I probably made it worse than it is, but yeah. I'll try bleaching it as well. I'll put a bit of bleach on there and just see if that draws the dirt out as well. But yeah, it's not too bad. I didn't bother putting the doors on yet because I'm still working on it, but I think you get the basic idea of what it looks like. So we're getting that that little bit closer now, which I'm really happy about.